Hello and welcome to my Facebook Live. Why does it look like I always have something on my face? Every single time. If I don't use a filter, I feel like, you know what, it could be the sunspots. Whatever, it is what it is. So, welcome to my Facebook Live. Today is 135 of 365 days of Facebook Live. My name is Jessica Lozano, and I'm a women's relationship and feminine embodiment mentor, guiding women to have the most incredible, extraordinary relationship with the love of their life, with their sacred union partner. So I've been talking a lot about finding the one, right? Finding the one, finding the one. And the thing is, this is actually like an oxymoron. I believe that's the right definition. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if it's ironic. I don't know if it's a paradox. I don't know if it's whatever. But to me, I feel like oxymoron is a thing because it's contradictory, right? Oxymoron is a contradiction. At least that's what I read in the Webster Dictionary. Like, this is not my strength here, but I'm trying to get a point across. It's an oxymoron because you're not out there finding him, especially as a woman. As a woman, you are not actively pursuing, seeking him, seeking the one, seeking the relationship. As a matter of fact, with my clients, I do not at all tell them to go find, to go do something. That's the complete opposite of what I have, of what my work is about. The minute that you're like, I'm gonna go find him, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna get on this dating app, I'm gonna go to this place where, there's a lot of single men, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you're already in the wrong energy because you are in this pushing out energy. And the feminine is a receptive energy. And this pushing out energy that you're doing is like getting in the way of God, getting in the way of life in the universe to make things happen for you. And usually this is a willing energy. Like, I have to find him. Like, I need, like, there's like a needy, very subtle, either needy or anxious energy when you are doing this. You're not in your wholeness when you're doing this. Now, if you feel called to go on dating apps, which a lot of my clients don't feel called to do that, probably because I never use a dating app and I just don't like dating apps, right? So usually, as with mentors, we attract what it is that we kind of are. We're very like attracts like. And I didn't meet Ron in an app. I met him like old school style, like our parents making the magic happen, right? Our family members, really, his grandma and my dad and his wife, and like making the magic happen. I didn't have to do anything. I was just being in my energy. I just knew my frequency was, I know I'm the one. I know I'm a fucking catch. Like, I knew that. And I gained that strength and that acknowledgement in all the initiations that I had gone through with my ex. And this is what I teach and what I guide my clients through. I'm guiding my clients through a series of initiations that they know without a corner of a doubt. I think that's the right saying. Without a shadow of the doubt, that's the right saying. Without a shadow of the doubt that they are the one. That's what I guide my women to return back to their wholeness. And when you know you are the one, you release all these low vibrational frequencies, energies, attachments, and things that are not serving you, people, places, circumstances, things, habits, because you don't want to be in that heaviness and that struggle and that pain and suffering boat anymore, right? You don't want to be on that boat anymore. That's what got you in that to begin with before. So I don't ever teach my women to go find him. But what happens is when you do come across, when you do finally meet your guy, like him, like the one, there's a knowing, like a full body intuition, discernment, soul knowing. It's like a full body experience. And it feels like you found him. Like it feels like you found each other. Like he feels like he found you. You feel like you found him. And the reason for this is because sacred union, which is the one, right? These are two words that I use very interchangeably. There's a very unique code to each one of you that in this particular lifetime, you are meant to be together. Okay, these are my beliefs. You are meant to be. There's a very unique frequency that you have that he responds to, that feels just like a perfect glove, right? That's why other partners didn't feel like it, right? Maybe they had some things that you liked, but overall it's like, no, that's not it. Then you've had some really toxic, heavy, narcissistic, dysfunctional, what the fuck kind of relationships. And obviously that's not the one, right? But every single partner that you have is an initiation, an invitation to get deeper to yourself, to get deeper, to get closer to yourself, to get closer to your higher self, to get closer to God. It invites you to look within yourself about what you like, what you don't like, your own habits and behaviors that were not conducive, that were more self-sabotaging, more leading with the wrong energy, more needy, more anxious, more of where you're desiring that attention, even if it comes off of someone that probably isn't going to treat you very well, but he's giving you attention, right? These are all the things that you learn with each man that you come across. So each man, before you find him, before you find your sacred union partner, they're all initiations. Equally, him, all the women that he dates, right? So this is a path of two sovereign souls coming together, right? And in this lifetime, it's you two are the perfect match, right? And perfect not meaning that it's literally a perfect relationship where there's nothing wrong, right? That's not what I'm talking about. You're gonna have challenges. You're gonna have contrast that makes you grow and expand together. But there's none of this ugly side or this feeling like, oh no, that's not it. It's this like, yes, this is it, right? So I want to share that with you, number one, so that you clearly understand what you're getting yourself into when you join my masterclass. I'm not going to have you go out and do things, right? I'm going to have you be things. And in that being, there's going to be actions that you need to take, right? Like we're never just in one pole or the other. We're always in a sacred union dance within the two. But I'm going to bring you back into this beingness of knowing that you are it yourself, and a remembrance of your true authentic soul, and a understanding of why certain things have happened, why you've attracted certain relationships, shadow match relationships, and how to dissolve that and merge into sacred union love. So this is what we're going to be, and be on the path of preparation for him. This is going to be a big thing because because of what you are calling in. And I know I keep saying it's one of holiness. It's one of divinity. It means you have to treat yourself like that. And there's going to be things that I'm going to be telling you, specific things that I recommend that you don't do and certain things that you do, right? In this path of preparation for him. because you want to keep your energy so fucking squeaky clean, and you want to merge into this timeline and let go of this old timeline that you've currently been on, right? So again, it's not about actively going to find him, all right? But it feels like you found each other. It really does feel like that, because I believe, I believe that before we came onto Earth, there was this contract, right? There was this deep, there was this contract made, and you have this deep burning desire for it, right? Your desires are wholly given, okay? If you desire to be in union, right? You're a devotional woman. You're like, I know I am a wife. I am a wife, right? If you know that in your heart, right? Or a wife, meaning like, also, you don't have to be labeled as a wife, but you're like, because I know some women don't want to get married, and I don't think that you have to be married in order to be in a union. I know there's a lot of disassembling happening, creating new different frequencies about new paradigms, right? When it comes to marriage and all of these things, right? So I do still believe in like union, partnership, and maybe being ceremonially married and not always necessarily legally married. I think they're still very important. It's really more important what your authentic soul believes. But if your burning desire is for this type of love, is for this type of union, that means he's also out there having this burning desire. And you came onto this earth on a contract to find each other. And on the path of finding each other, there's a series of initiations that you both have to go through in order, especially here on Earth, because Earth is such a mastery level planet, that you came here to master certain frequencies. You came here to also clean the generational line of your ancestry for the creation of a new Earth. Do you follow what I'm saying? So because of that, there are things that you have to go through, releasing pain and suffering in your life so that you can have the relationship that has zero elements of pain and suffering. This relationship is a relationship of mastery level work. I do want to talk about, I'm not going to talk about it today, but I do want to talk about how when you start to feel really good and you're like, oh my God, life is meant to, like, this is what happiness actually feels like. This is what a relationship actually feels like a really true, solid, sacred union relationship feels like. That is supposed to be our baseline. We have been living in such dark times that we think that pain and suffering is normal. That we think that like consistently struggling and hustling and having to like this punishment reward cycle, we think that's normal. But that actually keeps us very much enslaved in really low frequencies, which is why a lot of us, especially you who's coming to this masterclass, we are releasing, we are cleansing, we are purifying, we are alchemizing those dark ages of beliefs of the old paradigm. And we're creating something new, right? You are a paradigm shifter. That's who I'm calling into this portal of a masterclass. The women here who will know they are making changes in their generational line, right? All the women that I work with are like, yeah, we're not about the bullshit anymore. And an area that I see where I'm in the bullshit is relationships, and I'm not about that bullshit anymore. So I want to get out of that bullshit, and I want to be squeaky clean, no shit on, right? So I invite you to my masterclass, Finding the One. It's completely free. It will be sold afterwards, after the masterclass is complete. There is an upgrade, a VIP option for the women who want to have, who want to, number one, be in a group of soul-led women, where all of like soul-led women who are on this path of truth, of breaking generational curses, dysfunctions, all of the things, who are here to support each other and hold each other to our power. And for women who really want advice, who have questions, and who have questions, are seeking answers to certain things that are happening in their love life, lack of love life, with men, in relationships, with toxic narcissistic relationships, and leaving all of that and to be on the path of finding the one. So that VIP option is $44. Like that's a freaking deal if you ask me. And it's going to be 7 days inside of this coaching container. Now, what else do I want to say about that? That starts on the date of right after the first module. That's when the coaching will begin, and it will close in exactly at that mark. The next week, the following week. What else? Yeah. So if this sounds like it's for you, message me, Finding the One, and I will send you the link. And yeah, I was just thinking about asking permission from a woman that I've been supporting off and on for the last, 5 years, about her relationship that she just manifested. So I'm gonna ask her. I think I want to share it. If it's okay with her, just to show you that it's not about finding, it's not about seeking, and the things that she had to go through in order for her to be a match for this, because there is a match for it. There is a match. Because here's the thing, your own shit, your own shadows that come from so much pain, intimate pain, right? When in this element of love, there's a lot of pain in that we can sabotage our relationship. So part of this journey is about seeing where you are not available for love and where you self-sabotage this kind of love through your behaviors, your actions, through the blocking and the defending, and I don't want to say defiance, but the way that you repel love away from you, and the way that you repel intimacy. And intimacy is not just about sharing deep, vulnerable emotions, but intimacy is also about when you get triggered. How do you when someone triggers you, how do you handle that level of intimate conversation where you're not then attacking and sabotaging a relationship, any relationship, work relationship, friend relationship, partner relationship? Because that, if you are in this attack mode where you're trying to, because you're scared of vulnerability when you're triggered, you're scared of intimacy, you're scared of all of that, you will attack someone and destroy relationships, right? In the sacred union, it's not about attacking them. It's about coming closer when you're triggered, coming closer when you're like, whoa, I feel really exposed, right? So, because I can tell you who I was when I was with my ex, Ron would have never, the man that I met would have never dealt with any of the bullshit that I was in. He wouldn't have. He'd be like, absolutely not. Right? And I'm sure that the woman he met, who Ron was, probably wouldn't be the man. I probably wouldn't have handled any of that either, right? So it goes both ways. It's not just about you. This is also the path that they're on. So you need to be patient. You need to be patient and enjoy life for as it is. And your lives will align. So I talked a lot more extra than what I wanted to. Just had a lot of things to say. All right, love. So message me if you would love to be a part of this masterclass. It's going to be a masterpiece. And I will talk to you soon. Talk to you tomorrow.